Now, when someone tells you they're on the timeline, right, even afterwards, right, and you think you have to keep doing something repeatedly and it doesn't work the first time, second time, or third time, and then you know, I know what happened, right? Still, because there's two ways to know, by experience or by, again, time. Now, if I get there at 2 and I'm out a little before 4, something happened, honey. Shouted Sal, right? You don't use me, right, to prove I'm a pedophile if you're 15, right? Why? I wasn't talking about you. You made it about you, which I don't even know how you knew about me, right? Unless you're reverse stalking me. Do you know what that means, Michelle? Either you know someone who thinks they know me, and they were telling you not to work into the store until you were 16 and you wouldn't listen to them, right? So that when I went into your store, right, you felt you had to take matters into your own hands to deal with me, right? And did something stupid that I told you not to do. That you didn't have to do anything if you didn't want to, right? But don't tell me you're 37 and then act like a 15-year-old after. Right? It's too late. No. Even if that's your real age, right? You're the one breaking the rule, not me, all right? And you can't lie to me about it, Michelle. You don't get to. You don't get to. Now, if you had been honest instead of arguing with me about it before I even came to the store and told me you were working in your dad's store, that would have been different too. Did I tell you that? Yes. Yes. Two. Two. And you took my time, right? Even if you want to pretend I don't remember what you had. And I know your dad owns a gun. And I know what you did. Set me up. Because you made it about you, not me. Not me. And you're not listening, right? That's why I'm worried Amanda might have done something stupid to try to come down here and try to take matters into her own hands, too. I keep telling her, we weren't alone. There was no way. There was no way. I would even touch you, right? Now, you're not supposed to come in there to me really at all. Even if your mom's asleep. Though I assume you couldn't wake her up either, probably, right? If she was sound asleep, right? Now, I'm also assuming if you were to come in there to me, you need help going to the bathroom only. And that's all I would do with you, right? At the most, right? And that wouldn't be bad, right? Though, like I said, if I got amnesia, right, a little bit, you can't prove it, right, without explaining a few details yourself, right? Why did you come in there, right? You're 4. You don't even remember, probably, right? But you can't tell your boyfriend You think I was with you, try and have sex with him, and him be happy with you, right? Nor can you come when you're old enough and act like you're not old enough to know better, right? Either. Now, why can a 15-year-old, if they try to murder someone, dear, be charged as an adult? It's not blackmail. You did the blackmail and tried to take care of it by making it worse. Now, I know you probably seen a lot of action movies and stuff like that, even at 15. Right? I did too. I did too. But you can't take the law really into your own hands, right? And I'm home alone. No matter what you do, I know my home. Right? And you know why I know. Don't make it happen again. Or are you just a glutton for punishment? You want two now? Ask Desiree, right? No one even said she had another boyfriend. But the thing is, right? I'm talking about her as a niece. I never made a move on her, not even when we were sitting by each other. I didn't put my hand on your knee. No, no. And Mark was there too, right? So what am I going to do? Just sit next to you? But you were acting weird, I know. Did your dad or your mom or your grandma make you think weird thoughts? Or you were acting weird. And I don't know why. I don't know. And I don't go over to your dad's house to see you. I go over there to see him. And usually I'll stay in the living room. And then I go home. All right. When he was alive. And I'm sure you miss him, right? But I'm your step uncle. And we had our problems, like all people. But we also were stepbrothers, right? But a step niece ain't the same, right? But the problem ain't you. You also use your friend, right? See, you're afraid, right? I want someone who can love me, not be afraid of me. That ain't gonna work. Do you understand why? Because you have amnesia too, right? And you're pretending this about you, right? I don't even know where you got the idea it was about you, but it wasn't for me, right? But that's the problem. Whoever this is, they were not around me and my ex-wife. And short of a normal interaction with the child anyway, right? I'm the vulnerable one there, right? I'm going to get in trouble with Daphne. Idiot if I do something wrong. And she's already mad with me, right? There's no way in hell I'm going to touch her daughter, right? However she came in there or not. No. Now, aside from making sure she didn't pee herself or something, like I said, which I'm not sure I did that or not, right? I'm not sure how she came in there or not, right? With the amnesia, I'm telling you, I'm making it up. You don't want to believe me because you think, because you're prejudiced against the mentally ill yourself, Amanda. And you are, Desiree, and you are, Michelle, if you're blacking me out and coming over here. Even if the girl turned down the buffet, right? Now, I know you're being told both good things and bad things or whatever things, right? But when you act crazier than me, right, you forget you're legal, all of you. And the thing about the orchid deer is there's a dating site called The Orchid. And it has a bunch of Asian women on it. And when you popped up, that's all I thought. Oh, look, looks like one of the girls from Orchid. And then you told me you were 37, right? From then on, you deceived me, right? Not me, you, right? But I also offered you an olive branch of forgiveness, right? Let's just call it even, right? Hopefully it won't, but you can't take it no further, right? We weren't alone, so I know there's eyewitnesses to what you did or didn't do, right? But they work for your dad, so I'm not trying to get you in trouble. You got yourself in trouble, right? And even your dad can't explain to the police what you were doing, right? Or how I survived the gunshot. Now, like I said, I'm home alone. I don't own guns, right? I don't shoot people. And my karate swords are supposed to be for demonstration only, right? So is the karate, right? It's demonstration of self-defense techniques that I don't want to use on people unless I have to, right? So, like I said, let it go. All three of you then, right? Or four, whatever, right? You want to keep getting knocked up because you're tempting the Lord? Then stop. And let me find someone who can handle me. And if you can't, you're probably not supposed to either. Don't touch something works both ways. If I know you're 15, I'm not going to even try to touch you, right? That's what I'm telling you, right? You just won't listen. You're deluding yourself then, right? Anyone can make themselves delusional, by the way, right? Not just me. And it depends on what you're exposed to, too, in religion, right? See, if you don't know people are wrong, or they don't know they're wrong themselves, right? Even if you were to realize it, they still think they're right? There ain't much you can do about it, right? But try to explain it the best you can. And no, people ain't gonna like it, right? If they liked it, they would have kept it from the beginning, right? Of all this. When Jesus came, right? Now, the problem is, Jesus supposedly went back into heaven. But yet there's some men who claim to have been crucified, right? Who went to India and died, and then maybe even Japan and died, right? But there were two men crucified. The difference is one was right side up and one was upside down. One was in Jerusalem where the burial practices are a little different. Kind of a combination of, binding like a mummy, but still putting someone in the tomb, but not all the embalming stuff or removing of the organs, right? That's kind of the only real difference, though, too. But whoever's on the shroud was crucified through the wrist. Christ wasn't crucified through the wrist. Peter was, right? Why? He was upside down. You were hung upside down, Peter. And you're hiding your lie. And John's warning you, you can become the beast or you can repent and tell the truth. I know what he means. You also stood on the land and the sea, didn't you, brother? You're also trying to keep a secret, a mystery, something you don't want men to know about your relationship with Jesus. Maybe because John told you something about him you didn't understand, right? And then you acted like it was some kind of witchcraft when that was the witchcraft from Satan, right? The rebel is not male either, right? And he wants you to think you are, though. You're not. You're not. When you think like him. And you're causing this problem, and John's warning you, you're going to hurt others and yourself if you don't stop, right? You can fool some people, Peter, some of the time, but not all people all the time, right? And that's why I'm the two witnesses, right? Now I gotta let it work out. If you do it, like in the book of Revelations, right? You're not really supposed to, silly. Unless you can't face Jesus yet yourself. Again. You understand what I mean, brother? Mm-hmm. Now, yes, no one will believe me. I know that. But John knows. You think he ain't still around if you are? And 500 of you saw him. The women may have touched him so that some of them could still be around. I don't know. I don't know. You just gotta understand there's two ways to fulfill something. This is what Paul's explaining about agape love, right? See, the letter can kill. Mm-hmm. You can't always follow the written law, right? Because if you break it and you condemn each other, you're condemning yourself for the same violations, right? Meaning you can all do the same things, right? Right or wrong. Even sex, right? Even straight or bisex or gay sex or whatever sex, right? Sex ain't the problem. Your paranoia about it is. People have sex. Now, why is there an age limit? Or an age of consent? And it's 16, right? Why am I telling you that, right? The reason people do these crimes, right, is they're physically capable of doing them, right? We're all are, right? The difference is a good person will tell you they're not trying to, though they know they can, right? That's the truth, right? It's all a person can tell you, too, I know. Now, the only way that can happen, though, is if someone is misguided and think I meant them and argue with me about it on YouTube, like I'm talking about her, when it's her dishonesty that's causing the problem. No, you lying and not me lying, right? You're not telling me the whole situation either, right? You're just yelling at me like I know you when I don't, right? So you can get to know a person, and that usually takes time, right? But you're not trying to get to know me, you're trying to get rid of me. You don't have a right to do that. Especially at 15, right? Mm-hmm. Or you, Michelle number 2, right? You can't do it either, right? Nor you, Desiree, if you're not comfortable with it either, right? Nor you, Amanda, if you think I molested you when I didn't. Your mom was there the whole time. She ain't gonna let that shit happen, and I wouldn't let it happen, right? You know what I mean, right? I'm not that bad with your mom to hurt you to get revenge. And I think your mom knew that in a way, but that's made me also feel like she was taking me for granted and just wanted you, not me, right? You understand? So I moved back to base, right? You're not even around me more than the weekend. You're with your dad, too. You're making everything look like a conspiracy to molest you, even your grandma. Seriously. I don't know you but a few days. There's no chance I'm going to do something that stupid with your mom there, knowing she can walk in on this at any second. What can I tell her? Yes, no, maybe it's the problem. I know. And I got on YouTube when she was about 15. It could have been her the whole time, like I said, right? The problem is, if he's convinced, I don't know how to unconvince her, Daphne. Do you? No. No. And see, the problem is, she's pretending she remembers something, right? Or again, you're lying a little to her too, right? And you're not telling her what I might have really told you the night it happened, right? And you're making me guess what happened, right? Yourself. You won't trust the story either way, but there ain't much I would do either way. Now, like I said, if there's no video, I'm making that up too, but that's the point too, right? You would need video proof, honey, or something concrete. You can't just make it up, right? What you're doing is being homicidal about it, that's what I keep telling you. No. You're wanting to kill me for allegedly molesting you, right? Like the girl in DJ's movie. When I wouldn't even go after you. Don't do anything with her. Right. I saw that movie too, honey. And if you show up, alright, and you act like I'm supposed to know who you are from the internet, and I play along, I'm playing along, right? Because I don't know who you are from the internet. The only time a picture was posted, by Daphne, by the way, was when she showed me your daughter. I don't know. Or she might. And you don't even know, and I don't even know again, right? But the problem ain't simply did I molest you or not. The problem is you believe it whether I did or not, too, right? And playing vigilante, right? That's the problem. And you gotta stop, right? If you ain't done nothing to me yet, quit. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're telling yourself. That's why I keep telling you, I don't know who you are or what you're talking about. I can't tell you more than that either, right? No one can. No one can. I was along with you. I didn't seek to get along with you, and I never would, even if me and your mom worked out, right? You know? Though we didn't, I know. But it had nothing to do with you, I know. How many times I gotta tell you that, right? But you're not revealing yourself when you show up. Maybe after with the gun. I know you're old enough to buy a gun too. I know you know she's old enough to buy a gun. Difference is, the other two are too young. Now, Desiree can buy one. But then she's my step niece. I'm not supposed to be seducing her step uncle either. And I'm going to ask her what's going on. I'm going to try to talk to her about it too, right? Not just have sex with her unless she keeps insisting she wants to do it, right? And see, then she's tricking me, right? Also playing vigilante then, right? You can't do that. But getting a gun can sometimes be easy or hard, right? If your parents have one and you know how to get into it, right? Though it ain't easy, I know. I don't know how these kids figure all that out, right? I can't, even if I'm safe sometimes, right? But the thing about vigilante behavior, right, is it don't undo what happened and it don't remove anything of significance, right? You still have to deal with your problem there. Whether you kill me or not, right? Now, it'd be worse if I raised from today, wouldn't it? So why do you keep doing it? That's a sign from God, honey. I didn't do it. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that over YouTube, trying to get you to stop, but you gotta stop too. If I have two with you, two with Desiree, two with Michelle, that's how many? 8? I don't have a house big enough for that. Though I care. Just like with Maribel, I care. But if you act crazy like Maribel, I don't know either, right? What the hell's going on? I just felt like Maribel was using me, and maybe Steve too, to try and get over Bart. And was lying to both of us the whole time and playing us against each other. Right. Because we were probably acting similar. Where you acting like you were going to break up and cheat on her too and all this, and so was I, and right. Again, right. Don't make me cheat on you, right. Love you, I need you, and all that, right. Well, you know why. She's playing us both against each other, and, you know, Bart won't leave her alone either, right. So that made for a terrible situation, right? The difference is I'm trying to bow out, you're trying to bow out, right? Two. But she don't know which one she really wants to be with, right? Not even if it's Bart still, right? Because she either can't get rid of him and is using both of us to try to, right? And she don't know which one she wants between you or me, Steve, right? Either, right? And she's just dealing badly with it, right? Yes. And that's why she don't want to admit who got her pregnant or find out through DNA, right? And, you know, if she don't want to know, she ain't got to know, right? And that's why I keep trying to tell you. I ain't trying to force you, but you know, right? The situation we were both in, right? And if you're lying to me and Steve, and I know I see Steve more than Bart, right? You're demonizing Steve to me, right? So that when he took off and started heading down the interstate, why do you think I followed you, right? I don't know the man, right? I don't know you're dating him or having sex with him. And see, I too want to break up with you, right? If I catch you with him and you keep giving me a lie of the nature of your relationship, though I understand you're only 19, you're immature, you don't know better, and I'm only 25 months up. Though you're really 18, but that's still legal, but still, I don't know. And the problem becomes when we cannot reason it out amongst each other and you want to resort to violence. When my karate isn't violent for violence sake, it's because other people tend to be violent towards me. You understand? Right? But no one who has a gun pulled on them can do anything about that but call on Jesus who resurrected from the dead, right? Peter, if he's still around, he needs to confess something to God publicly, right? Because the sin was private. See, there's nothing secret, Peter. that shall not be revealed. Remember that, brother. And Jesus can't die 3 times in India, in Japan, in Rome. But you might could. Why? He couldn't leave. He couldn't leave. He couldn't go where Jesus went to. Right. He wasn't what? Worthy. Worthy. And he knew it. Right. But Jesus is still what? The Savior. Even Peter himself. Right. The problem is he can't grasp his own problem with Jesus first. He don't want to let go of his own lack of confession and trusting in the Lord again, right? And he's more philo-minded, male-minded, right, than androgynous-minded, which means we're all human. You're your mom and dad too, Peter. We don't even know their names, but still. Was it Jonah? Weren't you called Simon Bar Jonah? Or Jonas? But we don't know your mom's name at all, but we know you have one too. You too entered in by the door. So did Jesus. But he was the door. He is the door. He's always the door. And for we all come from him, right? He's here to save us all, Peter, even your stubborn butt. Like I said, someone can't resurrect in Rome, India, and Japan without leaving a trail, right? There's a trail, right? Now we know Thomas went there too, but what happened to him? He died and was pierced through with a spear, right? Right. What I heard. This guy was accepted by them, right? Lived till an old age and died. Same thing in Japan, right? Well, who do you know who was crucified who could die twice or 3 times? Who would the Lord save who is that stubborn? And who he had to pray for that Satan not sift him as wheat? Peter. Cephas in the Hebrew is an age for a stone. Causes of the earth. Why? What is she? Your mother? The Spirit is your father. Right? Though you have a mother in heaven, her name is Jerusalem. But you read Paul, but you didn't read Paul. See. He's trying to bring you and all the Jews out of their delusion that he's a man, right? Like Adam before the fall, yeah. Before you was taken out of him, yeah. But you can also become 3, not you. Not you. So my job is here to find my wife, and you're interfering. And Daphne had a baby with me, and maybe Maribel too. I don't know, right? It depends on when Steve broke up with her too, right? But the first shall be last, even the last shall be first. And I'm sure you were first. You knew her before me. I know. But then she's not happy with you either, right? Nor me too if she goes back to you, by the way. Right? She don't know what she wants. She don't know what she wants. She's 19. And we're both trying to pressure her into marriage, right? Probably. And she ain't ready for all that because of the bar. We should have known better, right? But we wanted some of that too, didn't we? Oh, no. If it's good, it's good. And I'm trying not to use the word for it, but if it's good, it's good. And you want some more, right? Both ways. Now the question is, who really loves me, right? Now, Michelle from Chinatown, I don't know if it's her or her parents, that's the problem too, right? Nancy and Michael. I'm not seducing her, though I never did. And you know I was never alone with her in the damn bathroom, right? Right. Not even at 4. Not even at 4. Right, right. Well, that's also when I moved in at 185 anyway, right? From 91A Main Street, right? That's the point, right? I gotta find the one who loves me of the 4 I might have been with, right? I think. See, that's the problem right now. Unless you all 4 want to go with me, like I said, to be done that, I don't know. But it's hard to take care of 4 children and their children, right? Who are still acting like children, right? And trying to act grown up, too, right? Well, grown up ain't murdering a man who's 52 and telling you the truth about things, right? Either. And trying not to lie to you, but you're so used to being lied to. It's all around us, whether we like it or not, right? Whether it's intentional or not, right? We don't even know what we're lukewarm about, Peter. Or is it more than Peter, John? You can't survive bold and old and tell me that Jesus didn't resurrect you either, right? You're lying here. All of you are lying. If you were speared through Thomas, so was Jesus. He couldn't heal you as Father healed him. There's no weapon formed against us that shall prosper, but you can destroy the planet from within under the ozone layer. He can both be our protection and our destruction. You crazy mute MS. You're gonna kill us. You can't save us with nukes, right? Nor can Russia save themselves even if they just bomb us, right? It's gonna have a devastating effect on the planet. And once, if you destroy all of America's ozone layer, you're done, right? It might take less than 1,000 years, I don't know. But you're done too, right? These weapons were not meant to be used. Though who showed you? The same one who told us we were naked and spoke to Eve. You know his name. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess his name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of his game. And he's coming for us all. No. And you gotta resist him. Peter's right about that. So he will flee from you, right? But you resist him by loving him. Sympathy ain't all the devil needs, Stones. Me, right? He needs love, right? Not just sex anymore. He too knows about sex and love. At one time, he had a wife, but had problems with her and Jesus' relationship. Probably Lot and his daughters come to mind, right? Like I said, why is there a wedding supper of the Lamb anyway, right? And we all are seeking the one, the wedding person. And some had more than one. Jacob had 4. I don't know, right? I'm trying not to judge. least you be judged. At least we be judged, right? Love also keeps no record of wrong, which means that what? Don't judge, right? Love also believes all things, even the negative things, so it don't do it to you, right? And tells you the truth, right? For only the truth will make you free, right? Even set you free from your own delusions of grandeur, right? Someone made you think I meant you. Was it you? Usually it's you thinking it's you when it wasn't you I was talking about. That's a delusion too, honey. Now, I have a dream. I have to figure it out through the Bible, right? Kind of simple, ain't it? I see a throne, a light shining from it. I'm in a cloud. In front of it, is that the throne of God in heaven? Okay. So the two witnesses stand before the God of earth. But is he God of earth only? No. The male is heaven, the female is earth, right? So she also, I guess, should see some semblance of a forest at least standing in it, right? Maybe a footstool, I don't know. Guessing. At least a footstool. And I told you this too over the years. I don't know who it is. Don't tip me. I don't know if you or not, right? And you can get pregnant like Daphne Fairfield, maybe. I don't know, right? Someone got her pregnant. Steve or me, right? So I don't lie about it. I don't know, right? But to earn trust, you gotta be trustworthy. And me and Steve were probably pressuring us to marry her, and she didn't want to marry one of us, but she's probably having sex with both of us, right? But she still don't want to be honest about it, right? Question is, can we really be mature about it, Steve, and find out the truth, or does she want to know, right? And again, it's like with the one rolling over the baby and killing her baby, and then the other not, right? And having to stand before Solomon and figure out what happened, right? Well, the true mother cares for the child, even if the other mother wants to kill it, right? You see the difference? The real mother will even give up her child, right? In love, right? As you or I might have to do with Mary Bell, right? Because you don't want to know. Because you don't want to know. I mean, she don't want you or I to even think it's hers, right? And she could be, I know. But she also knows it's too close to tell, right? Difference is, when you get some and I get some, we don't even know how far apart it is, right? If she don't want us to know. But we know if we know. We lying to ourselves too, right? Just to get some of that again, right? Well, let's be honest, sometimes we just want sex too. We want to be loved too. We want to feel that, But I know I can make her feel good. That's not the problem, right? Commitment was the problem, right? And she's around one guy who won't let her go, two guys who are wanting to marry her, probably, right? And probably having sex with both of them. Maybe a little apart. I'm not sure how far apart that right. Now the question is she bringing the third party, David? Was that his name? I don't know. It's a question, right? She could have been able to black out Steve. She forgot that. Not really. I'm just saying if she'll admit it, right? See, someone got her pregnant, but she's not showing us the right picture, right? Something's off. I would also recognize a mixed baby. Especially one African American or not, right? But what am I saying? The reason I'm not showing you the videos, I know he's yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know if you see if you're gonna think his mouth or someone else's, I'll know immediately whenever he's not yours, right? And I don't argue with you. He's not mine. Do I? No. Oh. But I remember you were around someone else too. Remember when I went over to the other Burger King one near where it was? I don't know. Little Creek. Remember when I met David, whoever that was. I ain't forgot. But see, like mama and like daughter. But see, you're not happy with me or Steven. We're white. We're trying to force you into the marriage. And right? Maybe David got you better, right? Maybe he was closer to your age, right? Whatever. Maybe he's younger. Maybe he's healthier, right? But quit lying. You're also not telling me who the baby daddy. And I know that can happen too, right? You know who it is? Just tell me. Right. Whole point. I'm not trying to get you back either. I never was. Why do you think I broke up with you in the first place? I knew there was no commitment. No, you didn't really want me. No. I knew we were unequally yoked together in unbelief. No. Paul says, if the unbelieving depart, let them be part. You're free. Even to marry again. That's what I'm trying to tell these crazy girls in Georgia. I'm not trying to seduce you. But you're pretending I am because you know what's going on in your life. I know Michelle number 1 could be picked on. Michelle number 2, right? And my ex-girlfriend, Michelle, who I know I was with, has a problem with her mom, right? Thing is, I don't know. And I also know you don't want me either. I also know you can be with someone else, and I also know you might have got pregnant with someone else too, right? Like I said, right? I'm just trying not to lie about it, right? Whereas you're being deceptive that we didn't do that when we did, right? See, that's the point too, right? Without the sex, there's no way to say it could or couldn't be my baby. But with the sex, there is a way. And if he looked like the picture, it could be. And that's all you can tell someone. It could be. We look alike. And you know what you're doing and he don't. And now you got another baby, and you're not naming the daddy either, right? They don't materialize out of thin air. Someone's left them on the radio and TV and all that, right? You know what I mean? Right? Stuff is turning up missing again, right? And I don't do it to myself, right? It can't get up and walk away. It doesn't have legs, right? I know where I usually put it, and it's usually there when someone don't come to the house, right? Or change the TV channel. And you're still tempting it. Not me. You know you can get in the door anytime you want. And when the channels change, I know you were here. When it's not, it's the same, right? And I pointing that out too to you. Stop. It ain't gonna work. I am who I am, right? That's the hardest thing. It's not just sorry seems to be the hardest word. Forgiveness of our mistakes in our past, right? Don't mean it never happened, right? But it does mean you gotta get over it, right? Getting over it ain't you contacting me every time I post telling me I'm wrong, I'm lying. That proves you did, right? That proves you're still upset about it, right? That proves you don't know if the baby's fine or not, right? Proves you don't want to deal with it if it is, right? Nor did Mary Bell, right? Nor did Steve, nor did David, nor did whoever, right? She was with, right? And see, I'm trying to be mature here too. I'm 52. I'm the probably Steve might be around my age, but no, oh Lord, I don't know, right? Because he didn't have a house and a car and all that, right? And he's thinking maybe I'm around too. I just had a car in a little 1 bedroom apartment, so you know who she even chose to live with was him. Not me in my beat 1 bedroom apartment. But the house ain't about you, right? Either, right? And I wouldn't know who to leave it to either, right? Yeah, let's be honest, right? And we're all coming back, but to what? Mm-hmm. And even then, Satan is released. And in Isaiah, it talks of being spit out of his grave. You know what I mean? Right? Well, you have to die, okay, to cause someone to die, right? And if he's the first to die and stay dead, because of the sin, right? You won't hear that either. He taught us to die by condemning and judging, right? But you say, we gotta judge, we gotta do right from wrong. Then you're condemning yourselves, right? So you don't get it, right? You are human, right? You are flesh and blood. You are going to make mistakes. Whether it's gay sex, straight sex, bi sex, multiple partner sex. You don't know who you're having sex with, so they're trying to murder you. Right? That's all sin, right? On both parties' part, right? The thing is, though, listening and hearing can go in one ear and out the other, right? Or you hearing what you want to hear and you won't hear the whole thing, like I keep telling you too, right? And you're selectively listening so that no one can reach you, right? Not even your friends, not even your family, not even me, right? Not even my family, right? Can tell you stop, right? And it's all a guess. That's all a guess. See, that's what I keep telling you. I'm guessing. Guessing is part of the lie because you don't know the truth, right? Mm-hmm. But like I would also say, any other girl can get here, right? If you're brave enough to do it, even in the bathroom, other girls did it with me in the bathroom too. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. To drive your desire for you, right? That's what you're doing there, right? And see, you also know if I do have sex with you, like I told you, you got to be a virgin, right? To prove I want to sex with virgin, right? What am I saying, right? You're also a virgin at 16, which is legal. Which is legal. All you would have to do is wait a year. Then I couldn't have done nothing if you were working in your dad's work. See, 15, he's doing what is it called, right? What is it called when a child's doing a job they're not legally able to do yet, right? It's called something, right? Underage working, or right? And that kind of job is kind of like a sweatshop job. You're just making them look all kind of bad. And I'm not listening. You're not listening to him, right? And he don't know what to do with you either, right? But he still did my nails, right? And what that the women do my nails either, right? There was one there. There was one there. Mm-hmm. I'm telling him about how Jesus washed the disciples' feet too. So I'm not sweating nothing. And then I go in there the third time and you call the police on me, Michelle. And you can't do that when it's a public place for getting your nails done, right? Then let it go. Even if I don't go out to the store anymore, it's not my business, right? But it is a business, right? And you're the only business to do something that out of it, right? And pretend I don't know what happened when I do. Am I telling you everything you did? Are you still denying it? Right. You know it. You know it. Okay. Could only try so much.